This is an interview with Mac Fadaka on Monday, the 24th of April, 2023. Okay, so on the line, we have someone who is going to tell us about their life and their association with the music industry. And that person, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, greetings on Massive and Crew. I remember humble self, Mac Fadaka.
Yeah.
M to the A to the C, Fadaka.
Mm-hmm.
Straight out of Nigeria, Africa.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay, so Mac Fadaka, I do believe that I have an association with your family, and that's through your dad, the late Dr. Leo Fadaka. And, so Mac, tell us a little bit more about yourself, and we can go on later on to give a little insight into your dad as well. As I say, not to take away your glory, but your dad's glory has fallen upon your shoulders, so we have to return the favor. So tell us a little bit more about yourself. First of all, I want to ask you, what is your full name?
Okay, my full name is Mekofu Bright Omoluabi. Mekofu Bright Omoluabi.
Okay.
Yeah, Mekofu implies purity.
Okay. And tell us about the Omoluabi. What does that mean?
Omoluabi, is a virtuous person, like a son of God.
Yes.
And a son of God should be a virtuous person, a good-hearted person, you know.
Okay.
And
I am certain that you live up to that. Okay, so touch into your beginnings in music industry.
Is that music? We were born into music, to legendary Dr. Leo Fadaka, blessed memories.
Mm-hmm.
It has been our call from day one.
Mm-hmm.
So music is the culture from day one. So we've started kicking right from our mother's womb,
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I actually started music when I was very tender. I started playing music at the age of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Started playing the gong. We call it agogo. One African percussion.
Okay.
Called agogo. I started that while I was age 10.
Mm-hmm.
From there I proceeded to following my dad to shows, occasions, 9 shows,
mm-hmm.
my uncle, and fast forward to 2004,
mm-hmm.
I was introduced to music production by my cousin, Haiguan.
Mm-hmm.
Haiguan introduced me into music production.
Okay.
So, till date, I'm doing music production and roots music. That's
mm-hmm.
how the thing turned,
Okay. And where are you actually based in Nigeria?
I'm currently based in Ibilo, Akoko Edo State, Nigeria.
Okay, and that's your birthplace, right?
That's my birthplace, yes, sure.
Okay. So let's tip back into from 2009 when you started working with your cousin, Haiguan. After that, tell the whole world, because it's the whole universe that's listening to you right now. Tell the whole universe their next step, because according to what a little bird told me, you had your first official single in 2010 and your album, which you called New Generation, in the year 2013. So keep on blowing your trumpet, please. Tell us more and more about yourself, please.
This is Mac Fadaka, in case you don't know.
Yes.
I do roots music, Afro roots reggae music.
Right.
I do, whenever you listen to my song, if you are weak, you feel strong.
Right.
If you are depressed, you feel energized.
Mm-hmm.
When you listen to Mac Fadaka music, that's the kind of sound I do.
All right.
Positive vibe to energize your soul.
Right.
That's the kind of music I do. And currently I'm working on an album which will be dropping this May 1st, Liberty Celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Liberty Celebration. And liberty is realizing oneself,
Mm-hmm.
Righteousness from the root, realizing yourself and pushing forward, no matter what tunnel you're facing, you just have to push forward. That's the kind of music I do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I've listened to some of your music, and you've, like with a whole lot of artists, and I think I said this to your brother Zach, right? They often don't tell us. My eyes have been really open. Some artists, once they start speaking, usually the reluctant ones to want to have the so-called interview, believe it or not, the reluctant ones tend to once they start speaking, as I say, they really do. It's like their memory opens and they start, telling me about this and that and the other, and I'm like, hey, but I didn't know. I thought you were just a singer. I didn't know you were a guitarist, a percussionist, a writer, a whole lot of things. And so they talk. Well, you're not one of the shy ones at the beginning, but you, as usual, with a whole lot of the shy ones, the more bold ones who will talk, still have a humility about you, which leaves out a whole lot of information. Right? Sure. And because I am seeing that you had another album, Rebet, in the year 2015. Then you had another album, Forward and Upward, in the year 2018. You got to say these things, Mac, not because you want to be braggart and all of this thing, but you know what? You're in an industry that's very competitive, and people, producers, you're a producer, but producers, record labels and stuff want to know a lot about you, and they're all listening. I want to know a lot about you, right? And I have this information, but you haven't mentioned it, but I have mentioned it on your behalf, so that is fine.
Thank you very much. We've been putting a lot of work. We're putting in a lot of work, So we just keep working. Thank you for that, man.
Yeah, you got a whole lot of tracks, 5G EP, Brace Up, Scenery, Roots app. I'm reading it all up because I want the world to know.
EP, lots of work, Roots. We have Roots album,
Yeah, and people can listen to your music via YouTube and all of the other download sites. I don't know. I'm not up to date. Spotify, this, that. Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. But as I said, I will blow your trumpet if you don't want to do it, because that's the reason why we're talking, because we want the whole universe to know. Yeah, we want them to jump on you in the nicest possible way and take you up and, make sure that you reach higher heights with your music.
Maximum respect.
Maximum respect to you, my dear, for spending your time with us. So, you're under your father's music label, that's Class Music, right? KLAZ and USS.
I took over the record label. I'm the one in charge now.
Okay. And in case others don't know, Mac is a part of Trio so far. I don't know if there are any other members of the family, immediate members of the family, but there's a trio of them. That's Zach. There's Ig, who's the baby, I believe, and there's Mac, who we're hearing from now. Right, who are doing very well in Nigeria. But, I still urge people all over the world to look at inviting these brothers to their respective countries and listen, or better still, go to Nigeria and check out the brothers at work in session. And as I said, I would mention again about your daddy, a well-esteemed man. I love that word. When I talk that word against his name, I feel that, it matches his character, Dr. Leo Fadaka. And I'm proud that you, the offspring, have taken that from your dad, and not only the music side, but the character, from what I have met so far. So give thanks and bless up to the spirit of your ancestor, Dr. Leo Fadaka. Yeah. So at this stage, Mac, the floor is yours if you want to tell anyone anything, say thanks to anyone, what, talk it.
Yeah, blessed love to all Massive and crew, everybody listening. This is Mac Fadaka, and I want you all to know that whatever you do, you just have to be positive, no matter what. This life is beautiful. You don't have to depress yourself or worry yourself over nothing. At the right time, everything will fall in place. So keep doing good and keep doing great. And keep listening to Mac Fadaka sounds from the roots. Blessings.
Okay. And your current album, as you say, is due to be released on, is it the 1st of May?
Yeah, 1st of May. 1st of May. Liberty Celebration.
Right.
1st of May on all digital platforms.
Okay. And where can people contact you personally?
Yeah, Mac Fadaka on Instagram, Facebook, all social media, Mac Fadaka.
Okay, all right.
MacFadaka, Mac Fadaka on all social media.
Okay, hear that, world?
Platforms.
Hear that? All right. And for me, as I said, I am very limited in some of these platforms, if you like.
Yeah.
But you're accessible on YouTube as well, your tunes and everything, so people can go listen and go out and buy.
What is going on YouTube, Mac Fadaka. Just search MAC Mac, then FADAKA on YouTube, Amazon, Apple Music, everywhere.
Okay.
Sounds everywhere.
Thank you so much. Well, Mac,
I appreciate that.
Blessed love to you all the time and to the whole family. Give thanks for your energy, your gifts, your tribute. I won't say con because you try to replace the word con because I think the con thing is a little dodgy, really. But you know what I mean. Your tribute to the world, your gift to the world.
Love.
Yeah.
Blessed love. Maximum respect to you. Maximum respect. Jah glory continually.
I same there, my dear. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Appreciate it. Same here.
Thank you.